Dear Pennies and Pens, it's your girl, Loud Pen, but you can call me Penny. Today's vlog is called Penny Unboxing WayV Big Bands and Bonus Frequency. Okay? So, first of all, let me say thanks so much for watching, checking out the Penny Black YouTube channel, and supporting my business, ISLP, the Ink Spot LLC. ISLP, the Ink Spot LLC, is a creative production company and agency based in Dallas. We create original products and produce events to inspire and empower pennies and pens to ink the life they've always wanted. So one of our products, of course, is the Penny Black YouTube channel. So that's what you guys always see in the corner of all my vlogs, Penny Black and ISLP production, because we create and produce all the content that you see on the Penny Black YouTube channel. We also have Pennies and Pens, which is our vegan fashion line. It's inspired by Black culture and K-pop artistry. I'm wearing one of our 100% organic cotton t-shirts right now, K-pop prints, because we are talking about some of the princes of K-pop. Like, honestly, WayV, I truly believe, is like the next generation, represents the next generation of K-pop. How we have our iconic, legendary groups, like my all-time favorite, Monsta X, SHINee, EXO. I believe that that's what WayV represents for the next generation of K-pop. I believe like 10, 15, 17 years from now, just like Monsta X, SHINee, and EXO, WayV is also going to have that story where people are still going to be so excited to listen to and support their music because it's just so incredible. So, in today's vlog, we're going to unbox two of WayV's latest album, their most recent album, which is called Big Bands. So I have both versions of the photo book version, so I'm going to unbox those in today's vlog. And then I just have one version of Frequency, and I'll unbox that one as well. And we'll, of course, go through the CD and all of the photo card inclusions as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Big Bands dropped this summer, July 18th on Taemin Day. And it's crazy because Ten, who is a member of WayV, basically, and like I always talk to my Shao friends about this, we always say like he is like the unofficial love child of Key and Taemin. And so for WayV to release this album on July 18th, well, for those that don't know or may already know, July 18th is also Taemin's birthday. So that day I remember I was on like just this K-pop. I was so happy, like, cause I was just like, oh, it's Taemin Day. I'm listening to Taemin. I have the new WayV album. I was just thrilled. I was excited. So Big Bands, y'all, I can honestly say this is one of my favorite group albums of 2025. Like, something about this album was so dope and so special to me. I just loved it from start to finish. WayV was they were my most streamed artists 2 months in a row for both July and August. Especially when I was in Hong Kong, their music spoke to me in particular because obviously I was in Hong Kong where mostly Cantonese is spoken and WayV's music is mostly in Mandarin Chinese. But it spoke to me and I was just so vibing with it and just so into it. And so like this album was just I played, like I said, it was my most streamed album and their most streamed artist of July and August. I could not get enough of WayV. And it's so funny because I did not find them until probably like May or June because I got into 10 Resurrection Weekend. Because I remember I ran up to my local K-pop store to treat myself to actually a Key album, Key of SHINee. I was buying one of his albums. And while I was in the store, they were playing 10 Stunner album. And I was like, what is this? Who is this? Tell me now, right? And like got into 10. It was hardcore into 10 for like the next 2 months. And then I was like, no, I want to support like what does 10 do? Like, where does 10 come from? And I was just like, let me check out more of the NCT subunits and stuff like that at the time. But like, I only ended up really diving into WayV, and they're to this day the only NCT subunit I've really hardcore gotten into. So I'm like, I'm only really a Ways in me. Like, I'm sort of an NCT's in, but not really, because like I only really know WayV. Like, I'm all in. Okay. So anyways, I've been babbling for 5 minutes. This is how you know I really do love this group and this album, because I don't babble unless I like you. If I get straight to the point, I don't know, bestie. But anyways, this is the front of the album. Y'all, I'm horrible at version names. Lord Jesus, I don't remember the name of this version, but they look so just grown and sexy and just fine, honestly. Now, they all have great visuals, but traditionally, 10 was obviously the member that was known for his visuals. But Kun, he done stepped up, y'all. HENDERY, XIAOJUN, like, YANGYANG, that is coming for your throat. And if I am not pronouncing the members' names properly, I sincerely apologize, y'all. I am just a mess. So, that's the front, like I said, and this is the back. So now we're going, and it's funny because this is the version that is obviously considered like the hip hop version. But y'all, this version right here that I'm gonna unbox first is very, very hip hop. The all black suit is a really, really iconic mark in hip hop. Go back to Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life Volume 2 Hard Knock Life album. That's literally what he wears on the cover of that album, is an all black suit, fitted suit, classic suit, just like what WayV has on here on the cover of this album. Also Biggie, definitely on the cover of Life After Death, he also had on an all black suit. And even though he's a terrible person and we all detest him, the Puff Daddy and the Family album after Biggie died, that's also what they wear on the cover of that album, the black suit. So the black suit is a really, really iconic mark in hip hop fashion. And again, some of these people I don't like, I don't support, but I have to just give the fashion references, okay? So don't come for your girl, y'all. I don't. That's why I gotta build ISLP and my creative music empire, because I got to get rid of the riffraff, okay? So anyways, back to the WayV album. Opens up like this. Now, unfortunately, the binding in my album loosened, and so I do have pages that are kind of falling out, and this is Yang Yang, for those that didn't know, the youngest member of WayV. But yeah, so I have to be careful with this as I unbox it for you. And I bought the album, you know, pre-order brand new. This is the leader, Mr. Kun. Yep. Oh my, like, y'all see how good his visuals are in this album? And this suit genuinely fits him as well. And this is Zal. Y'all, you know who I call Zal Hop Hip. You cannot call Zal nothing but Zal Hop Hip. After those hilarious promo videos that they did, I was crying. I was like, honestly, this is too much. I was literally on the ground, okay? But yes, he is just gorgeous. He is my friend's bias in WayV, and I support and approve this message. But HENDERY will come for your throat as well. Originally, I was going to be a 10 bias, because I was like, oh, I'm only going to listen to 10 solo. Like, I'm not even checking out nobody else. And then, I don't know, like, I just got curious. I was like, well, let me check out WayV. And I fell in love with their music. I was like, these boys are talented. I was like, Zal can sing, Kun can sing, HENDERY and YANGYANG can rap. I was like, I was all into it, bestie. Okay. Then we got Mr. 10. Mr. 10. He's a starter. Y'all know how to say it. Okay, sorry. That was like mouse level noise. Okay, sorry. Okay? I might still be a little 10 biased. I don't know. I just work here. All right? But yeah, you see, that's the one of the pages. You see the binding is coming all the way out, y'all. Your girl is just struggling. All right, we are 9 minutes into the vlog, and we still got 2 other versions to unbox. So let's move it along, little baby. All right, then we just got the lyrics pages. I don't think it's no need to go through all of the lyrics pages, but I do want to specifically spotlight your song because lyrics for this song were written by leader Mr. Kun. If I am not totally butchering this young man's name, I apologize. I will be better prepared in the future. Just typical, all excited to shoot this vlog, and plus I have other stuff I need to get to today. So I was kind of like, oh, let me hurry up and shoot my vlog real quick. Okay, yeah, the pages are coming out. So let's just go ahead and wrap up this version there. I'm sorry I can't do the full version, y'all, but the pages are coming out really, really badly. And so if I try to show every page, it's going to get even worse. That binding is loose. And it's just unfortunate. It is because it's like some albums just do that. Like the binding is just loosens. I don't know. Okay, but that's that version. And now let's go through the next version. The little hip hop. The Zao Hop hip version. Okay, so this is the front. And this is the back. And now here's the thing. When this album was first getting promoted and the concept photos were first going live online, especially this particular photo where all the members are obviously wearing the white tank tops, you know, they sagging a little bit. They got their like faces covered with kind of like this hip hop face mask look. So there was a lot of discourse online about this and whether or not it was appropriate, whether it was appropriation, appreciation, and that kind of thing. So now here's the thing that I will say as a black woman, black millennial woman who literally grew up like in the heyday of hip hop, okay? When black artists were the only ones who dare do hip hop, you know what I'm saying, in general. And just growing up on all those iconic eras and in that, hearing and listening to that music growing up, and then now as a grown woman and a K-pop fan. If you really actually look at the way this shoot is done, it beautifully appreciates black culture and hip hop culture. It's not appropriation. And the reason is because if you look at them in the photos, they so clearly look like the young East Asian men that they are. They don't look at their hair, look at their, you know, like the clothes itself, that's the hip hop style that they brought out. But like, even when you look at the styling, y'all, this is very like, I don't know, it's not really the way traditional gangster hip hop fashion was actually done. It was a lot more rough and gruff than this. It was like not looking so pretty and stylish, because if you look at their hair and the styling choices, they're all meant to look like pretty and handsome. But like traditional gangster, like hip hop fashion, you supposed to look like grungy and like you don't care because you don't give a fuck because you in hip hop and you a rap. You know what I mean? Like that's not really what they're doing in this shoot. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like the sagging, it's not necessary. It's sagging a little bit. Like you look at Kun's right here, like, but it's not that wild sagging that we all may have seen at some point where the pants are just beyond, like they're not even somewhat on the waist. They're like on beyond past here. You know what I mean? Like they're not that low. And then on top of that, they're actually wearing double pants. They're all wearing double pants. They're all either wearing like jeans and shorts and then like the tearaway Adidas pants over it. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and sagging, that's not what it is. You don't wear two pairs of pants. You're sagging like you got on a boxer shorts and then you got your pants sitting beneath your waist. And again, that comes from prison hip hop fashion when they weren't allowed to have belts in prison because they became used as a weapon. So they would sag their pants because of that. And it became something that was then turned into a trend on the outside. And then as like hip hop blew up and became more commercialized, obviously people wanted to play into the trends or whatever. But also, if you actually listen to this album, the Big Bands album, the sound itself is so heavily inspired by black music and culture. And it comes from both hip hop and jazz because hip hop also comes from jazz. So that is my long spiel about that. Obviously was a little all over the place, but I had to really like look at this because I was like, okay, as a black woman, I cannot be supporting something, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like done in an appreciative way, which I truly believe that this album is, like one of my favorite songs from this album is called Whoa. And there's that line in the song when they're like, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some good stuff in it. And when I heard that line, I was like, I can't believe that two guys that come from mainland China, which is Kun and Zhao, and then you got HENDERY, who is from Macau, Yang Yang is from Taiwan, and then Tang grew up in Thailand, is Thai. Like, how are you doing that on this song? Like, I was just literally like, bro, it's appreciate. Like, somehow, I don't know, they worked on their vocals, they worked on their raps, because it hits and it slaps and it's very, very well done and believable. So anyways, this is Zhao. All right, this is 10. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the styling, like I said, is made for them to look like pretty. It pulls into that. It definitely plays in on that hip hop fashion. But like I said, something that wasn't talked about is how the other version, the all black version, is the exact same thing, because it plays into looks that rappers wore on the cover of their albums. Hip hop fashion is not just the tank top and the baggy jeans and the gold chain and the swagged out chain. It's also suits and ties, because some of the most iconic hip hop artists have album covers and they're in suits and ties. I don't know why people don't talk about that and acknowledge that, but I'm like, baby, there's several Jay-Z albums where he's in a suit. There's Nas albums where he's in a suit. Like, I don't know, bestie, what you've been taught. I don't know what you've been Googling and looking at on the internet, but it's that there's hip-hop fashion is not just this, okay, y'all? Like, it's bigger than that, all right? But I don't know. I could write a whole book on hip-hop fashion and K-pop fashion. I should write a book on K-pop fashion and hip-hop fashion. I really should. But yeah, y'all, this young man is coming for me. He coming for me. He was not even, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, and I don't even know. And I'm supposed to be in 10 bites and I get sidetracked by Yang Yang. Like, I was literally late for work, because one day I was listening to this album and I had misplaced my Yang Yang photo card. And I was like, I cannot leave for work until I find my Yang Yang photo card. And I found it too, little baby. All right, but let's get a move on. Okay, because we 17 minutes in. Okay, let's quickly, just real quickly flip through Frequency, because I really did mostly want to focus on the Big Bands album. Goodness, the straw is like stuck in the water, so it's like I can't even get no water out. Okay, but this is Frequency. This album was from November of 2024, so it's actually still pretty recent, because we just celebrated the 1-year anniversary of this album's release. But yeah, Frequency I love, because I love the title track, but my favorite song on this album is actually the song Call Me, and the music video for it is just adorable. They're just like pretending to be on their landline phones, and they're just in just HENDERY, Yang Yang, and 10 are all just extra adorable in that music video too. So it is just too cute. So I just was like, okay, I'm gonna quickly go through it or what have you. But yeah, and then there's also, what other song on here was good? Filthy Rich was good, but there's another one. Oh, Twist. That's another song, because WayV's ability in hip hop is highly, highly slept on. They really, really, really slay. Because I was talking to my Shao friends and they were saying that SHINee was originally supposed to be a hip hop group. And I thought that was very interesting, right? Because hip hop doesn't necessarily fit SHINee. And so WayV though, they hip hop, y'all. They fit that. All right, let's go. Let me show y'all the CDs real quick. Oh, let me show you the Frequency CD real quick. And I'm going to show the Big Band CD. Okay, so this is what the Frequency CD looks like. And all these little, like, the little, these go with all the characters that all the WayV members kind of, like, played or did. Because they have, like, illustrations of all the members, too. I'm just going to try to show one. Where are they at? Oh, yeah. So they did illustrations of all the members in the lyrics pages. So, you see the illustration? Okay. All right, and then so we got the CDs for Big Bands. This is the version that goes with the black version. Where are we at? 20 minutes? Okay, we can wrap this up in 2 minutes. So it can be up like a 22-minute vlog. All right, and then this is the version that goes with like the hip-hop version. Okay, so that is dope. Oh, and then there was also a sticker set. But the sticker set is inside of the pen planner, which is my private bullet journal, so I can't show those. But they there. All right, so this is the clone photo card that came from me. This is how he could really be Pen's bias. Like, it could really be a wrap. That's the best angle. Okay. All right. Oh, and then, you know, I always got to show my 10 photo card with his cat. Just, oh my God, just so adorable. Just adorable. And then this is the 10 photo card that I had pulled from his first mini album, because my only 10 photo cards are from his solos. And that's the 10 photo card I have from Stunner. But I only have the ones from his solo albums. I don't have a 10 photo card of WayV. But I'm about to have one because I already pre-ordered the season's greetings, okay? And this is how I pulled this from Frequency, okay? This is adorable. This is why he could also be my bias. That's how I know WayV has become an alt group, because it's not an alt group for me unless I literally cannot pick a bias and I struggle and I get upset and I don't know what to do. See? I don't know. See, he's so cute, y'all. He's so cute. Look how cute he is. And he's my friend's bias. Like, if he's my friend's bias, he basically has to be mine as well. As wet pennies and pins. All right, Hendery. I mean, how adorable does he look in these glasses with his suit on, taking a selfie? I mean, honestly, he could be your bias, right? Gosh. Okay, and this is the Yang Yang photo card, y'all. Is this not worth being late to work over? Obviously. Obviously, I have my priorities straight. Obviously. Obviously, I was not going to work until the photo card was found, okay? And I couldn't, you know, if you know how, like, you forget where you park, you put your little thing on, you find your car, whatever the case is, you can't find your phone, you have somebody call it. No, you can't do that with a photo card. So, they'll be all right. Somebody else can make Karen's latte till Penn get there, okay? Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.